name is Hezron, and welcome once again. This week we're going through a few things that have been dominating the news and the tabloids, various tabloids also, particularly to do with health. A couple of things came out to me this week in the news. Number one is the finding that there is a distinct and striking disparity between men and women related to COVID-19. Let me explain what that means and the context of it. Men are said to be at greater risk at not only contracting COVID-19, but also succumbing to it as well. Now, the figures are quite striking. They suggest that about 70% of the first 200 patients who were admitted on ITU were men. Now, this is very extraordinary to see a disease with this incredible predilection for men. On a national scale, 60%, according to the figures, 60% of COVID patients in the UK have been male. Now, there must be a reason for this, and this has strengthened the notion that women, on average, have a more robust immune system of defense. And this has sparked some debate, really, as to the etiology of this. Now, more to come on that as research is continuing. But one thing I want to look at with regards to this is, as we talk about immune system strengthening as well, regular exercise is one of the pillars of healthy living. Now, this not only improves cardiovascular health, it also lowers BP, that's your blood pressure, that is. It controls your body weight, protects against disease, and just like a healthy diet, exercise can contribute to general good health and therefore to a healthy immune system. Now, on the topic of exercise, it's a topic I'm passionate about, and a very inspirational story came out of the news and the tabloids this week regarding health and exercise. Second World War veteran Captain Tom Moore, some of you might have heard of him, he decided to complete a 100-lap walk in his garden this month to raise funds for the NHS. Now, he was able to raise, wait for it, £29 million. Okay? Captain Moore simply decided to do some exercise. Captain Moore is also 100 this week, celebrating his 100th birthday this week. Now, what an inspiration. He used exercise to fulfill a mission. And it tells me a lot about the man as well as regards to exercise and fulfilling that mission. So it's something that I advocate, it's something that I encourage. I've done a number of videos on various types and levels of exercises that can be done at home during this time, and I hope you tune into some of those as well. Now, another interesting feature this week is on the issue of loneliness. Now, let me just hit you with some more figures. According to a survey of UK adults, which took place during the lockdown, I think that ranges between the 2nd and 3rd of April, 1 in 4, that's about 24%, said that they had feelings of loneliness in the previous 2 weeks. Now, when the same question was asked shortly before the lockdown, just 1 in 10, that's 10%, said they had feelings of loneliness. Now, in a matter of weeks, social distancing has left millions of people in the UK feeling isolated. It's a way of controlling the spread, and at the same time, it's also somehow putting us in a very uncomfortable position because we are social beings, and this challenges us to not only maintain but to foster new relationships as well. Now, an awareness of a group of people was brought about that got my attention in the news this week, and these are a group of people who we probably wouldn't otherwise think about, and these are young people, and they are care leavers, those who have been in the care system, been in care, but have transitioned now because of age, maturity, and development into living independently. And there are some folks, some care leavers who transitioned just before the lockdown and who now find themselves alone and are in need of support because of the isolation. One question for you: could you volunteer to help a charity who may be looking after these folks or looking to support these folks? Charities that look out for the elderly folks. You might even know someone in your neighborhood, or your neighbor might be among those people. What can you do to let them know that you're thinking about them? You can drop them a card, bake a cake and leave it at the door, let them know you've done that. What can you do? And this is about fostering relationships, and we are relational beings, and this helps us and boost our immune system, believe it or not. I shared a post some weeks ago about outlook and about interpersonal relationships. This is exactly that. The more we can relate to each other, it means that we need to be more creative at this time. That's great. Well, let's be creative. Okay, now the Bible, let me leave you with a few texts. The Bible in Luke chapter 6 and verse 38 says, "Give and it will be given back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." Proverbs 11 verse 25, one of my favorite books, it says, "The generous will prosper, and those who refresh others will themselves also be refreshed." See, the Bible encourages giving that is done voluntarily and with the right motive. It shows that giving benefits not only the recipient, but also the giver. Until next time, when we look in the news about what's happening in health, take care and stay safe.